Boy, does it feel great to be alive on a Saturday morning on YouTube as a diehard, passionate YouTube Royal Rumble WWE fan, or what? What's up, WWE YouTube Nation? Hope all you guys are having a great start to your weekend. When you guys probably watch this episode, it will already be up for a little while because it is just a little past midnight where I am at, which only means two things. Number one, it is Royal Rumble Day, and number two, we are officially on the road to WrestleMania 42. So, yeet! But anyway, guys, in this episode, we are going to have a preview or pre-show of the Royal Rumble. So without further ado, guys, welcome back to the channel of the Ryan Knight WWE Report right here on YouTube. Okay, guys, before we get into tonight's episode, if you guys haven't watched last night's episode on Friday, I talked about the breaking news out of NXT regarding the final boss's daughter, Ava. She has left her job as NXT GM and made her departure from WWE. So if you guys have yet to see that video, go check that out. But I would like to know what you guys thought of Ava leaving NXT. Personally, I've said this before, I'll say it again. We don't really cover a lot of NXT on this channel. So I would like to hear from you guys what you guys actually think about that. WWE Hall of Famer and Mr. WrestleMania himself, Shawn Michaels, will fill in as NXT GM until they can find a new GM, which I would like to know who would you want the new GM to be, so you guys can let me know down below in the comment section as well. But let's get into the Royal Rumble preview, guys. We have 4 matches to talk about, 1 title match and 2 Royal Rumble matches. All right, guys, so since it is the Royal Rumble, we are going to talk about the women's Royal Rumble match first, because you know what they say in life, ladies go first. So let's talk about this, guys. We all know the Royal Rumble, guys. 30 women will have the opportunity to win the Royal Rumble match and go on to main event WrestleMania 42 for a title of their choosing. They will either be able to choose the WWE Women's Champion or the WWE Women's World Champion. Now, I do want to explain one big thing. AJ Lee. Yes, guys, AJ Lee, as crazy as it sounds, it may not be that crazy. AJ Lee is set to appear in the Royal Rumble match, which means it will be her Royal Rumble debut. AJ Lee has never participated in a Royal Rumble match. Well, that is until later tonight or today. And there is one person that is also entering the Royal Rumble match, and she is a former Women's Royal Rumble match winner, and that is the Women's Intercontinental Champion, the Man Becky Lynch, which, by the way, happy late birthday, because yesterday was Becky Lynch's birthday. So, but really, is Becky Lynch the greatest women's wrestler of all time? I know Sports Illustrated may say it. I know the Bleacher Report may say it, but really, is she the greatest female wrestler of all time? Well, at least in her opinion, she believes it. And all right, I'm not going to argue with him. But here it is, ladies and gentlemen. All right. We know that Liv Morgan is in the Rumble. We know Roxanne Perez is in the Rumble. We know that the number one contender for the women's world title this Monday on Raw, Raquel Rodriguez, is in the Rumble. Yes, guys, Raquel Rodriguez is in this year's Royal Rumble match, even though this Monday on Raw, she competes in a Philadelphia street fight against La Primera Stephanie Vaquer for the women's world title. We know that, last year's Women's Rumble winner and a two-time winner of the Women's Royal Rumble, the only two-time winner, Charlotte Flair, is in the Rumble along with her partner, Alexa Bliss. People do think that Bianca Belair, who is also a former Women's Royal Rumble match winner, will be in the match. I'm also, another possible return I have heard is Tiffany Stratton. The last time she had a match, or the last time she was on WWE TV, was November 1st at Saturday Night's Main Event, when she actually lost her women's title to Jade Cargill. Jordynne Grace is confirmed for the Women's Royal Rumble match as well. She is currently in a little feud with women's champion Jade Cargill. I'm trying to think, other names that are going to be in it. Chelsea Green, Alba Fire, actually Wyatt Six member, I forgot her name, but anyway, WWE Hall of Famer Nikki Bella is expected to be in the Rumble. There is a rumor that Brie Bella could be in the Royal Rumble match. Natalya is been somewhat confirmed for the Rumble match. But, we're talking about all these women, okay? Now, I want to know this, okay? I know Liv Morgan of the Judgment Day is a current favorite to win the Women's Royal Rumble match. But hear me out, okay? Even though Liv Morgan of the Judgment Day is in the Women's Rumble match, with Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez, what happens if they eliminate, I know it's a Rumble. I know it's every woman for herself. That's what a 30 Rumble is, person Rumble is. All right, but hear me out, guys. Even Maxine Dupree is in the Rumble. Guys, we're going down the list. There's going to be superstars from NXT, but if you could choose one female to win the Rumble, who would you choose? I know Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, the women's tag team champions, are in the match. I also know, here's the interesting thing. The Kabuki Warriors, okay? I think it was 2 weeks ago on Raw, Kairi Sane was told by Asuka that you need to make sure I win the Rumble match. Kairi Sane told Asuka 2 weeks ago on Raw that I will make sure you win the Rumble match. Here's the interesting thing about this. Number one, Asuka was the very first ever Women's Royal Rumble match winner. That is number one. But number two is, in recent weeks, we all know that out of the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka is the bully. Kairi Sane is so sweet, and she just goes under Asuka's order. She does what Asuka says. If Asuka told Kairi Sane to rob a bank, Kairi Sane would rob a bank. I mean, literally, Asuka is a bully, but number one, I don't think any member of the Kabuki Warriors are going to win the Rumble. Rhea Ripley could be a favorite to win the Royal Rumble, but I really don't see it. Sadly, I don't see AJ Lee winning the Royal Rumble. But I will say this, guys. If there is anybody in the Women's Royal Rumble that may not be a favorite but a wild card, who would it be? Okay, you know, I want to know who you guys have to win the Women's Royal Rumble, and I know a big favorite is Liv Morgan on the Judgment Day. But in your mind, if you could pick a wild card winner for the Women's Royal Rumble match to win it, who would it be? You know, we're going to see a lot more, guys. I have a feeling we may see Brie Bella. We may see Paige. I know Paige has been a heavy talk recently, although sadly there were reports that Paige may not be in the Rumble match, but I'm gonna take that as a rumor. You know, also if Paige was in the Rumble, it would also be her Women's Royal Rumble debut. So you never know. But if there is any, okay, so I'm gonna leave you guys with 3 questions. Who do you think will win the Women's Royal Rumble match? Who is a wild card to win the Women's Rumble match? That would be someone that is not a favorite, but like someone that could win it. And then is there anybody that you would want to see return? This could be active women's superstar. This could be a WWE Hall of Famer or a legend. So yeah, let me know down below in the comment section, guys. And all of that. Personally, to actually know that AJ Lee is going to be in the Rumble and make her Women's Royal Rumble debut, that's just bless my heart on that. So there you guys go. I would love to know your favorites, so to go on to WrestleMania and all that. But you know, the heavy favorite that I've been hearing a lot is Liv Morgan on the Judgment Day. Here's the thing, though. Okay, if Liv Morgan wins, then in 2 nights on Raw, we got Raquel Rodriguez and La Primera in a Philadelphia street fight for the Women's World title. So I'm just telling you guys, what happens if Liv Morgan wins the Rumble and Raquel walks out of Raw in Philadelphia as the new Women's World Champion. And remember, Raquel Rodriguez, she is rumored to be in the Women's Rumble match. I'm just saying, guys, this Rumble could be a little crazy. But to get long story short, guys, who is your favorite to win the Women's Rumble? Who is a wild card you want to win the Women's Rumble? And is there anybody that you would like to see return? All right, guys, now we switch our attention from the Women's Rumble match to the Men's Rumble match. Now, this is going to be a little bit interesting. Hear me out. We got all 4 members of the Vision that are going to be in that match. We are going to get back to the Vision in a little bit. Then we have the reigning Rumble winner, Yeet, main event Jey Uso. In it, we have all 3 members of the New Day. We also have men like Cody Rhodes, the OTC Roman Reigns, the Beast Incarnate Brock Lesnar, guys. And I'm just talking a few guys that are in it. Randy Orton, El Campeon, Damian Priest, guys. I mean, the field is like historic, you know, for the Men's Royal Rumble match. Jacob Fatu. I mean, guys, but what I want you guys to know, okay, is this, okay? I don't know if you heard what the wise man or the oracle of the Vision WWE Hall of Famer Paul Heyman said, but he said he has a plan to make sure Braun Breaker somehow wins the Royal Rumble match. So you gotta pay attention to the vision on the Rumble, guys, because you gotta know this, guys. Not only is the vision in it, but the Beast incarnate Brock Lesnar is in it. The last time we saw the Beast was at War Games. The last time we saw the OTC Roman Reigns was at War Games. The unpredictable badass of the Vision, Braun Breaker, is just coming off a suspension, and he's in the Rumble match. And don't get me wrong, guys, every year Braun Breaker somehow seems to impress at a whole new level. Okay, and then you got a guy like Jey Uso in the Royal Rumble match. But the one thing that is actually a little interesting that is not getting talked about is Finn Balor. Hear me out, guys. This past Monday on Raw, Finn Balor was told by Adam Pearce that the Royal Rumble is full. And then you go to SmackDown and you see El Campeon, Damian Priest, drawing his number for the Rumble. And Finn Balor took to Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, and he kind of called out a conspiracy. A conspiracy, and hey, maybe he has a valid point. You know, getting told that the Royal Rumble is full, and then you know, like 4 days later, you see people drawing their number. You know, leading up to SmackDown and through the week, I've heard the rumors that Finn Balor is going to attack someone and take their spot in the Royal Rumble match. Some people even say it's going to be the Intercontinental Champion, Dirty Dominic Mysterio. Well, here's the thing, guys. I can't promise you that Dirty Dominic Mysterio will be in this year's Royal Rumble match, guys. Dominic Mysterio took to Instagram from Sin City of Las Vegas, Nevada. And, you know, people are saying, well, if he's in Las Vegas, there is absolutely no way he is going to be at the Royal Rumble. Yet alone, you got Hero, Penta, you got Dragon Lee, you got all members of the Vision, you got Alpha Academy, you got the Creed brothers, the MFTs, Solo Sikoa, maybe the Wyatt Sixes, you know, Brock Lesnar, guys. And I wanted to say Brock Lesnar again, even though Brock Lesnar kind of is in his retirement year, there is no way. He is a two-time Royal Rumble winner. And let me remind you guys, I think Jimmy Uso may be in it, but everybody is talking about one man at the Royal Rumble. Y2J Chris Jericho. Now, I've heard, you know, at one point I was hearing that there was like a very heavy favorite that Chris Jericho would be at the Royal Rumble. Well, as of right now, guys, Chris Jericho is still under contract with AEW. But that doesn't mean he will not appear in the 2026 Royal Rumble match. Matt Corona is going to be in it. I guarantee you, Io Dragunov will be in it. Carmelo Hayes will be in it. Fraxium will be in it. Obafemi, who I consider a free agent, will be in it. Probably Joe Henry will be in it. But guys, let's talk about Obafemi for a minute. Obafemi, even though he's just like out of NXT, this is a guy that could finish the runner-up. This is a guy that could get the Iron Man. This is the guy that could get the most eliminations. This is a guy I would not want to mess with entering the Rumble match. And might I name a guy that in the last 2 Rumble matches he's been in, he has won. The American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. I know Cody Rhodes was not the winner of the Royal Rumble last year, but last year at the Rumble, he was defending the WWE Undisputed Championship against Kevin Owens. And the prior 2 years before that, he won the Royal Rumble. So you got to admit, Cody Rhodes is a favorite to win this year's Royal Rumble match. But I'm going to leave it up to you guys, okay? Hear me out. Do you think, answer this question, okay? Do you guys think that Finn Balor will attack someone and enter the Royal Rumble? Is that a possibility? You know, think about it. This past Monday on Raw, he was told that the Royal Rumble was full. And then last night on Friday Night SmackDown, you see people drawing their number for the Royal Rumble. So let me ask you guys that question. Does the Royal Rumble, okay, does Finn Balor enter the Royal Rumble? There is really only one possible way, and that is he has to attack someone and make sure they don't enter the Rumble. And most people say if he attacks anybody, it would probably be his Judgment Day buddy, Dirty Dominic Mysterio. And last year at WrestleMania, Dirty Dominic Mysterio pinned Finn Balor to become the new Intercontinental Champion. Okay? So you got to think about that, okay? And Finn Balor, he said at the beginning of 2026 that this year is going to be the year of Finn Balor. So he kind of has to win a match and win a title. But I got to ask you guys, okay? Obviously, this, you know, so that the field is stacked. You know, do you believe that the 2026 Men's Royal Rumble match winner will be someone that has won a Rumble match prior? Do you believe that we will have a first-time Royal Rumble winner? Do you think we will have a return, someone that returned? You know, another guy I've actually heard a lot to win is LA Knight. Yeah! And hey, I would not count out the megastar LA Knight. Yeah! But it's quiet. All right? And, you know, there are so many names that could enter this match and impress. You know, I guarantee you the guy that calls him awesome, The Miz, going to probably enter this match. But you know what, guys? I just to answer this, okay? Let's not ask, you know, who's going to win. Who is a wild card to win the Men's Royal Rumble match this year? That's what I want to know. So let me know down below in the comment section. All right, guys, now we got to talk about the 2 matches that are not the Royal Rumble matches, guys. And we are going to begin from Monday Night Raw. It will be the Ring General and the Career Killer Gunther taking on the phenomenal AJ Styles, with AJ Styles putting his WWE in-ring career on the line. Now, 10 years ago at this very event, AJ Styles made his WWE debut in the Royal Rumble match. Now, the Ring General, or the Career Killer Gunther, he has been on a roll lately. He has kind of been unstoppable lately. He has retired the greats of Goldberg and the GOAT, John Cena. Now, a few weeks ago on Monday Night Raw, we got the phenomenal AJ Styles one-on-one with Gunther. And AJ Styles said prior to that match, I am going to make Gunther tap out like a little B1, which the phenomenal AJ Styles actually did successfully. However, there was a little problem with that. The referee, Nana, did not see it. Therefore, it did not count. And the ring general and the career killer, Gunther, took full advantage of that. So, Gunther would win that matchup. And the very next week on Raw, AJ Styles wanted a rematch. And you know, Gunther said, well, if you want a rematch, you have to put your career on the line. Now, obviously, that's what the phenomenal AJ Styles had to do and all that, you know. But my question is that a mistake? Is, you know, this a huge mistake on the part of AJ Styles, knowing that if you lose this match, your career is over. It's done. And that's the problem. Now, the biggest problem about that is the past two men that have failed the ring general and the career killer Gunther have been John Cena and Goldberg. So if you look at those two names on that list and you look at Gunther, man, hate to be honest with you guys, but the phenomenal AJ Styles very well could be the next victim. And that would not be setting so well for AJ Styles. But sometimes there's a saying in life. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. AJ Styles wants this rematch. That is the only way he is going to get it. Now, I gotta be honest with you. Everybody is saying that, you know, Gunther is going to make AJ Styles his next victim and send AJ Styles into retirement. Fully get it, fully understand. But here's the caveat. Is AJ Styles going to lose this match? I really don't know. You know, it's the last day of January, and AJ Styles' WWE contract, ladies and gentlemen, actually expires in 3 days. I am not spoiling this match. I am not saying that AJ Styles is going to become the next victim of the career killer Gunther. But I am saying that we are just a few days away from AJ Styles' WWE contract expiring, and this year is 2026, the final year that AJ Styles is going to compete. So, you know, I'm not sending out a spoiler, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm also saying at the same time, you got to think of it, you know. So, but you know what? This is a really big match, guys, because either Gunther will be the one to retire the phenomenal AJ Styles, or the phenomenal AJ Styles will put the career killer Gunther in his place. So now I got to ask you guys, do you believe that the phenomenal AJ Styles will fight to see another day? Or do you believe on the road to WrestleMania and at the event he debuted 10 years ago, it will become the end of the phenomenal AJ Styles? Who do you guys have to win in this match? Let me know, guys, right down below in the comment section. Okay, WWE fans, and now our last match to talk about of the Royal Rumble. It is the only championship match of the evening, and it will be the first title defense on TV for the new WWE Undisputed Champion Drew McIntyre. He will defend against Montreal Okada of Sami Zayn. Now, I gotta be honest with you guys, when it comes to this match, I hate to say this about Sami Zayn. I really do. But I we all have the feeling that Drew McIntyre is going to win this match. I mean, just everybody, it all points to Drew. But hear me out, okay? Sami Zayn is someone you should not overlook or not underlook. Because when you do that, boom, he knocks you down and he picks up the win. Look at WrestleMania 2 years ago. He would dethrone Gunther to become the new Intercontinental Champion. The WrestleMania before that, in the main event, him and Kevin Owens became new tag team champions when they beat the Usos. So really, Sami Zayn has what it takes to be a WWE World Champion in the WWE. But he's actually going to have a very tall task ahead of him in Drew McIntyre. I mean, I just love that. But a former Royal Rumble winner in Drew McIntyre. So addicting to sing it. But you know what, guys? We all know, we can probably all already guarantee that Drew McIntyre will succeed in his first title defense on TV. But I'm still interested in this match to actually see the amount of fight in Sami Zayn. But I flat out don't see Sami becoming champion at the Royal Rumble. But I'm not counting him out. Okay? Let's just get that one thing cleared up. I am not counting Sami Zayn out one little bit. But yeah, guys, there you go. Those are the four matches for the 2026 Royal Rumble event.